Hey, what's up Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. With new artifact mods getting added into the Hunter's Journal, we're about to see auto rifles take on a much bigger role here in Destiny 2. There will be a total of 5 new artifact mods getting added with this upcoming update, and 4 of them are going to have a direct influence on the performance of any auto rifle. So today we're going to be checking out the best exotic and best legendary auto rifles that you'll need to start using when these new artifact mods become available. These new mods include an auto rifle overload mod, which will give auto rifles the ability to reduce the damage of enemies and stun overload champions. After having to rely on swords and hand cannons to stun overload champions, this is a very welcomed change. The second artifact mod that will be added is the Targeting Auto Reload mod. After landing consecutive final blows with any auto rifle, will trigger a brief period of increased weapon damage, and will have our auto rifle automatically reloaded. This won't completely remove the need to manually reload, since you'll have to defeat multiple enemies for it to trigger, but it'll significantly cut down on that need, and with added weapon damage, we'll be able to deal out some serious pain, especially with those auto rifles that create area effects, like Incandescent or Volt Shot. Thanks to the Sustained Fire mod, we'll be able to gain bonus damage resistance whenever landing consecutive shots, which will greatly improve the performance of all auto rifles when used in in-game level content. And the final artifact mod getting added is Shock and Awe. This mod amplifies the performance of arc affinities whenever you're amplified, as it creates a lightning strike that jolts enemies after any arc final blow. Coupled with the other artifact mods that are getting added, Shock and Awe will add an increased level of performance to any arc auto rifle, especially those that create area effects like Dragonfly and Volt Shot. But keep in mind that the Hunter's Journal also offers artifact mods like Solar Fulmination, which would improve the performance of solar auto rifles that cause Scorch, Threaded Blast and Creeping Chill, which would benefit Stasis and Strained weapons. There's also Expanding Abyss and Void Hegemony, which would synergize with auto rifles that come with Repulsor Brace and destabilizing rounds. With that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the top 5 exotic auto rifles and the top 5 legendary auto rifles that will have the most synergy with these upcoming changes. To start things off, we'll check out our exotic options, where we have the Sweet Business. This kinetic auto rifle is a glorified minigun, but it's never really found a good place in in-game content. But with kinetic weapons synergizing very well with Prismatic, this will be a great opportunity for this death machine. It'll perform the best when used on a Titan with the Actium War Rigs, but since this auto rifle belts a non-stop stream of bullets, you should have an easy time annihilating anything on any class when you have the added benefit of Sustained Fire and Targeting Auto Reload. The Centrifuse is an arc auto rifle that has deep affinity to the arc subclass, as it builds up an electrostatic charge that causes final blows to emit explosions that can blind enemies. But don't worry, it can be used with Prismatic, and it's going to go great with Warlocks using the Getaway Artist. This is already a great weapon to use against big groups of ads, but it's about to become far more lethal. This will be able to benefit from not only Sustained Fire and Targeting Auto Reload, but it'll also work out great with Shock and Awe. And pairing this up with Galvanic Armor would give you even more damage resistance to be able to help get through those more challenging encounters. Since this weapon already offers a way to automatically reload its magazine, the added benefit of targeted auto reload is going to be very welcomed, as is the bonus damage. The next exotic auto rifle is the Quicksilver Storm. This strand auto rifle launches tracer rockets as you fire the weapon, and once you've defeated enough enemies, you'll charge up a powerful grenade launcher mode. With added damage and automatic reloading, it'll be easier to charge those grenades, as you'll be able to deal bonus damage with your tracer rockets, seeing this weapon become a top tier option to use against overload champions and other high ranking enemies. The Necrochasm will be another exotic auto rifle that will greatly benefit from targeting auto reload, Sustained Fire, and shockingly enough, Shock and Awe. This auto rifle creates Cursed Thrall explosions, which count as arc damage. So as long as we're able to get amplified, the Necrochasm will really be able to excel with these new artifact mods. With the added benefits of triggering poison, having faster reload, and increased rate of fire, the Necrochasm could very well become the best exotic kinetic primary weapon in these upcoming months. The final exotic auto rifle that we'll be mentioning today is the Khvostov, and to no surprise, its legendary version will also become a great option starting this week. The exotic variant emits overpowered ricochet rounds that deal out quite a bit of extra damage, so taking out a few manual reloads and increasing its damage will work out very nicely. Now the legendary variant is going to be pretty stacked because you have a good amount of bonus utility that can be created when using attrition orbs, along with Demolitionist, Pugilist, or Strategist. It's already a great weapon to help recharge abilities, and it frees up that exotic slot, so with added damage getting applied, this is going to be a very powerful legendary option. And that brings us to the other legendary auto rifles that are going to have the best synergy with these new artifact mods. Rufus's Fury is a fast-firing strand auto rifle from the Root of Nightmare, and it would be a great legendary alternative to the Quicksilver Storm. This auto rifle has an impressive list of solid weapon traits, which include Demolitionist, Pugilist, Rewind rounds, or Reconstruction, getting paired up with Hatchlings, Adrenaline Junkie, or Target Lock. And all of these are going to pair up exceptionally well with Sustained Fire, targeting auto reload, and the Overload auto rifle mod. It's an extremely versatile weapon that can be attuned towards utility and ability regeneration, or towards optimal damage output, and either route that you go with this, it's going to be a great weapon to use. Up next is the Defiant, a high impact frame auto rifle that comes from Crota's End. Like the Necrochasm, it creates Cursed Thrall explosions, but in this legendary form, it's going to cause solar damage, not arc. This auto rifle will benefit greatly from Sustained Fire and targeting auto reload. The Defiant offers a deadly combination of Heal Clip and Incandescent, but there's also great options like Reconstruction or Subsistence, getting paired up with Sword Logic or Target Lock. A great alternative to the Defiant would be the Amit, a free craftable solar auto rifle that's got some great trait combinations, which include Triple Tap or Ambitious Assassin, getting paired up with Incandescent, One for All, or Adrenaline Junkie. The No Hesitation is the next auto rifle that we'll mention. This unique support framed auto rifle lets its wielder heal allies in between dealing damage, so having our magazine automatically reloaded is going to be a great addition. With a combination of Subsistence and Incandescent, the No Hesitation is already a great option for both crowd control and add clear purposes. With the unique combination of Physic with Circle of Life, you'll gain bonus damage, along with increased health recovery for you and teammates, making this a great option in in-game content. It's much more suited in team settings, but the No Hesitation can still be a formidable weapon for any solo player, and it can be found through activities out of the Pale Heart. Up next is the Prosecutor auto rifle from the Prophecy dungeon. It wasn't very long ago that this weapon saw a change to its weapon traits, and the addition of a new origin trait. An origin trait that gives this weapon a boost in damage when on the bottom half of its magazine. With the Prosecutor offering the rare combination of Dragonfly and Volt Shot, this will pair up beautifully with Shock and Awe and all the other new artifact mods. This could very well become the single greatest legendary auto rifle that's going to be available during Echo's Act 3, so definitely an auto rifle that you want to get your hands on. Some great alternatives to the Prosecutor would be the Come to Pass auto rifle or the Shadow Price, with both offering great synergy with Shock and Awe. Moving on, we have the Ros Arago Adaptive Framed Void auto rifle. This is a free world drop, and it's one of the most interesting and versatile weapons on this list. It's a 600 RPM auto rifle, but with the option of Onslaught, this auto rifle will have its rate of fire increased by as much as 37%. With Rewind rounds or Subsistence in the third column, you're already getting the benefit of reduced manual reloading. So having the added benefits of targeting auto reload will be a great addition as you're belting those bullets out. The Ros Arago comes with a wildcard origin trait, so it creates tiny little munitions after final blows, which deal moderate damage to nearby enemies who set them off. This even offers Repulsor Brace, but just no destabilizing rounds. A couple of great alternate options to the Ros Arago will be the Age-Old Bond, which comes from the Last Wish raid, or the Repost or Repost, which comes from the competitive playlist. Both of these offer Repulsor Brace and destabilizing rounds, which would pair up nicely with Void Hegemony and Expanding Abyss. And with that, we've now covered the best 5 exotic auto rifles, the best 5 legendary auto rifles, and even a few alternate options that will excel the most through Echo's third act. Did your favorite auto rifle get left out of today's video? If so, then be sure to let us know what that is and why it should have been included in today's list. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated and both really do help support the channel. If you're a new Light Guardian just starting your journey, or a battle-hardened veteran just looking for a new place to call home, then be sure to check out the Discord link down in the description and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And while you're down in the description, if you need a good build to go with any of these auto rifles, then be sure to check out my Mobalytics link where you'll be able to find a ton of great in-game builds. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.